will be bound in heaven. Whatever you loose on earth will be loosed in heaven. Hallelujah. Verse 20. Oh, then he warned his disciples not to tell anyone that he was the Christ. Maybe when I have time, I'll explain this one too. But beloved, we are taking it one by one. Now we're going back. We're going back to verse 18. Verse 18, and I'm focusing on I will build my church. The emphasis is on I. I will build my church. That Jesus said, you are Peter. And there was a comma there. And on this rock, I've explained that already. I don't want to go back to that. Yeah? And I said that Peter here was referring to the human being as Peter, who had the revelation. And the rock, when you take it to the Greek, it's Petra. So Peter was Petros. You are Petros, and upon this Petra, the rock, I will build my church. And I said that the Petra was the revelation, the fact that you are the Christ, the Son of the living God. You know, so upon these two, the one who got the revelation and the revelation itself, I will build my church. And I said, Peter was representing you and I. So after Peter, whoever will get this revelation that Jesus is the Christ, he is the Son of the living God, and you also accept him, you, based on you and the Christ, or on that revelation, you and that revelation, the church is built. So that makes you very, very important. It makes you very important because the church is built on you. The church is built on you. Now, Jesus said, I will build my church. And what is the implication to us? I will build my church. So that means that the church is not built by any man. Human beings can form a church, but the building is by Christ. Hello?
Hi.
So we form churches, but the building of the church is by Christ. Now let's go on to our teaching. So what is the implication of what Jesus said, that I will build my church? So I always say this, that any church that collapses was formed, it wasn't built. When a church is started and it collapses, that means it was formed by man, it was not built by Christ. But there's one thing I want us to watch. He said, I will build my church. He didn't say I will build my churches. And that's where I'm trying to explain to us. So I am now telling us what are the implications of what Jesus said, I will build my church. And I said here, number one, the church is built by Christ himself and he owns it. So I will build my church means that he's the owner of the church. So beloved, temple of praise, he owns it. It's not you, it's not me. You could be the one who paid a lot of money for us to start it or buy everything. Pastor, maybe you got the vision or the idea, but the church is not for you because you are not the builder. And that is why in the church at Corinth, when they started arguing, there was, when Paul and Apollos were working in the church, some people started comparing the two. This one is better than that. That one is my father. Another one said, that one is my father. And they started comparing them, and Paul heard about it. And so, why are you trying to divide Christ? Is Christ divided? He said, one plants and another one what? Waters. But who causes the increase? God. It is God who causes it. So if Jesus said, I will build my church, means the church belongs to him. A pastor is saying, and my church, and my church, and my church. That means